Good evening. How is everyone doing today? What's up, Fub, Pineapple, Master, Dracul, Haza, Roddy? Electro King is here. Welcome, King. The 15% skin is for archers. 15% health. So those of you that were here last night, you know we were all set. We were ready to spin the wheel for Gonzalo. He's not on it. I did contact support and was told that they will. He's not on the wheel, but they will exchange whatever I spin for Gonzalo heads. I just need to email them, send them a message after my wheel spins are done. So I did 12 spin for Babur, just to get a few. But the dilemma I am having is I would probably switch to Belisarius to make it easier to track, because I don't have any extra Belisarius sculptures sitting around. Spend a 100 for Belisarius and trade those in for Gonzalo heads, which would not benefit me immediately. I have no engineering equipment. I do not have Margaret expertise. Or call this a sign from God that I should save my gems and use them on Zenith. That's where I need your help. I'm kind of leaning towards just saving them for Zenith, just in case I need them there. But yeah, I mean, Archer health, outstanding for the open field, right? Great for rally situations, but as I was explaining yesterday, we don't rally, especially with archers, unless we've got the open field and we know the rally's going to stay topped off. And in those circumstances, I myself prefer an attack skin. I want to get that building down, get that whatever it is we're attacking down as quickly as possible. Sure, a health skin would probably get better quote-unquote trades. Oh yeah, Pineapple, that's definitely the plan there. But I would probably still use an attack skin. No, Haza. At the end of KVK, these crystals will turn into a number of season coins. So last KVK, I think I finished with something like 30.8 million crystals at the end of KVK. And they all turned into season coins. I forget exactly how many coins. It's not a huge number, but still, next KVK, I should be able to start with some season coins in the bank. I know this KVK, I was able to buy a Ring of Doom very early on in the KVK. So those don't go to waste. They used to turn into gold, now they turn into season coins. So we did our, what is this? What is this called? We did our Khal Karak today. Just finished that a few minutes ago. This one will pop in 2 days after the Zig Chronicles end. And then this one shortly after that. It's odd how they stack 3 of these after Kingsland. I would rather see, 1, 2, 3, 4 of these before Kingsland, so that the fighting in Kingsland is more even. So Gonzalo's not on the wheel, but if you, and I'll read you exactly what I asked and exactly what I was told. The question I asked was, shouldn't Gonzalo be on the wheel? Answer. Gonzalo will not be available for this event this time. If you need the Gonzalo sculptures, we can exchange the sculptures you receive this time for the corresponding number of Gonzalo sculptures. I said, how would I exchange for them? Do I contact VIP support? And they said yes. Not getting the gold from the shop? No, I don't see a point. I don't see a point. I mean, I've got sitting on 678 already. I mean, at some point in time, I'd really like to get cavalry skin too. I've seen it suggested time and time again, pineapple, but I think their philosophy is, front-loading Kalkarak before King's Land, then people wouldn't buy as many crystal bundles. But trust me, the whales are still going to spend. The whales are still going to max that shit as quickly as they possibly can. Where you put Kalkarak in the middle of this in the middle of a KVK, it's not going to matter for those that are insane. So we're just out here gathering some more gems today. I woke up at like 3:40 a.m. We had a Spring of Ra start at 3:29 a.m. So I was a bit late to that. What's up, Lefty? But we were there. I didn't really care much about honor. I was just chasing the enemies around, having a good old time while I enjoyed my morning coffee. Now this account, you will notice, is at 61 million power now. So I deleted a bunch of troops on this account just to bring the power down a little bit. It's hard for me to justify telling people they can't bring farms of 30 million power to the kingdom when I've got one at 73 million power. So as far as troops go now, slim pickings here on this account. No more T5s here. I wish I had never trained them in the first place. At one point in time, I wanted that account to be an account with 100 million power, but only T4s. But I'm really not using it much in KVK other than to backfill some flags or fill some rallies here and there, so it doesn't make a lot of sense. It will probably go to the cloud at some point. I just want to get ZL done on it first, Zhu Liang. And I did delete some troops on this account as well, so that we got one full march. I could get rid of those T4. Let's do that now.
Here we are, missing out on everything good in life. No remorse, wasted out. We were not meant to strive.
I mean, you can always gather with regular units. Sure, it takes a few more. What's up? I don't know if you prefer Typhoon or the Bishop or Don Juan. What's up, dude? Ooh, nice. El Cid, the meta gatherer, running out for that level 4 gem node.
Here we are, missing out.
Don Juan is definitely the best choice.
Time to make amends. No more consequence.
And you can see, really, I'm doing my 5 bastions a day, right?
I walk through
But that's about it.
to be understood.
Did my 500 already.
No one told me that I could.
960 or 89. That's gonna be a tough as hell match for both teams. I think 89, whether betting shows it or not. See where the betting is on that one. So I've got a bunch of coins on 16 OT. They're a super solid team. I got friends on that team, and the odds are just crazy not to take. But I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, right? But 489 beat GT last season. I think GT's got some new players on the team. 489, I believe, is not lost as many players from the team last year, so that would probably be a good bet. You know, I've lost some coins on 1188. I've got a couple of coins on 16. Got some coins on 1093. Kind of hedging our bets here, right? But I've got a ton of coins on 60 GT. But I mean, at those odds, and this being a best out of 3. Yeah, I mean, really, it's not going to matter, right? I've got everything out of the shop that I wanted. The goldies, and the AP. All this other stuff I could really care less about. I mean, these I got just to sell in the Alliance shop. So it's all pretty much house money now. What's up, Sasha? I would bet on 489 just to bully Carr. I mean, those are all super solid teams in the finals for those two realms, right? I mean, at any point, on any given Sunday, right? That's a movie out there with Al Pacino. On any given Sunday, you know, just those teeny tiny mistakes matter so much in the arc at this level. You know, you have one person late to reinforce a structure. It could be the difference between saving it or it flipping and your points getting disrupted. My YouTube is effed. I clicked the live at the top and your stream doesn't even show. All right, maybe you got to press the like button on my streams more often. No, I don't know, Mim. Thank you, Sasha. So, Sasha beat me in kill points this KVK. He's got a Pew Pew coffee mug on the way. Abdo, I think that's the plan. Getting top 10 in Zenith. You know, that would give us this Topaki Palace. This is 10% archer defense. We've already got 15% attack. So that would give us a 15% health skin. So we will definitely see. I think Zenith overlaps MGE by just a little bit. Right. So today is Gathering Day, or excuse me, today is Barbarians. Wednesday is Gathering. Thursday then is Power Up Day. Friday is Kill Event. Saturday is Everything Day. So we won't be training on Saturday. I'm not getting a top 15 spot in this MGE. What's up, Jinbao? I'm doing well. How about yourself? There's Carr. So I think that's the play. We'll call it a blessing in disguise that Gonzalo was not on this wheel, and we'll just save our gems for Zenith in case we have to use them. Be cutting it close. I think I've got like 2,000 days of training in universal speed ups, and then I mean we're still in KVK, right? The only thing we have left to do in KVK is invade this zone and deal with this Hyron and this Hyron. But I think even if I have to spend every single speed up that I have, I think the team can handle it. I can still do rallies. Our kingdom or our continent is generally fairly decent for Zenith skins. First place is generally in that 30 million range, with 10th place being anywhere between 15 and 20 million, depending on the skin. Who's getting MG? Captain Stinkfist first, Cerez second. Captain needs Eleanor. Cerez is always online and he's throwing up garrisons left and right. So he needs Hera. Wolfie, I think, is doing Eleanor. Atlas, I think, is doing Eleanor. Sasha, I forget if Sasha was going. Yeah, I think you're going for Eleanor as well. Jack, Haza, Yami, Clap, Soli, Mad, John Paul Jones, Thunder, Noobzilla. I only had 10 people request a spot in this MGE, so in those instances, I'll give 11th through 15th place to the R4s. But, I mean, me, as far as this, I mean, doesn't make a lot of sense for me to get a high spot. I mean, I want these commanders, don't get me wrong, but, you know, my choices are Lapu Lapu, Suleiman, and Wu Zetian. Okay, so you're going for Hera? So I figure, you know, we're getting Suleiman in the daily chests already. We might as well get 2 or 3 or 4 Lapu Lapus in this KVK. Or in this MG. Soup greased you last night? I think Eleanor Hera is a very strong garrison. I've already got Montezuma expertise ready. Lido, yeah, Eleanor's completely done. Master's telling Jolene you bully Captain and Mad so much they don't show up anymore. Nah, it's their European time zone, so it's kind of late for them. Sasha says his account is trash, yet he beat me on kill points this KVK. Deads is another story. Oops, I didn't want that one. I wanted this one. Was dueling someone and he jumped you? That's pretty lame. Come on, Soup. Come on, Cheeseburger Soup. You can do better than that. Matt is up playing game. Yeah, he's probably playing X Defiant, I believe. So these are the stats from this KVK. 1029 is on top there. Yeah, Discord says Mad Mania is playing Ghosts of Tashimi. So these are kingdom stats for all the kingdoms, all the 9 kingdoms in our KVK Horus camp. Looking at individual stats, we'll just look at 1029 here. Yeah, I did beat Sasha here in DKP. But as far as kill points, he beat me by 11,300,000. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. You know, we wanted to star at the end, but it's not worth fighting ally in this KVK format. It's not worth fighting allies for, and our allies were relatively fresh. They didn't get a whole hell of a lot of fights. So even had that path been chosen in Kingsland, which is not something I ever want to do, but had they forced our hand, you know, those kills don't count towards your 30 million. But yeah, I mean, looking at kill points, right? We got Sasha up here in first place. Lambo, Wolfie, Gax. Gax is crazy. He only spent $5 this KVK. Coco Boy, Smart Alpha, Hubs, Echo, Noob, Ani, Captain, Thunder, Yami, Brown Bomber. Haza is here himself in 15th place for kill points. If we look at deads, Lambo, Noobzilla, Wolfie, Alpha. Where is Sasha? Oh, he's down here in 19th place. You want to reach 100 million power at least once? So, yeah, I mean, I'm quite happy with how everyone performed in KVK. Got a couple that will be asked to leave. Got a couple that will be asked to leave after KVK ends, but I think we're bringing in 8, 10, 12 players. I can't remember exactly. But we'll be at a point that really right now, if you're interested in coming here, we're taking applications for not this coming migration, but the next one after. You know, right now we're only looking for Max Crystal Tech players who can rally or garrison. Can never have too many of them. Are you gonna make me bring it up again, Dracul? There's a link in the chat somewhere. I forget where you were at. You're okay. You're safe. You're safe. So I don't know, if I train 20 million power, right? That takes me up to 152 million. And then once I get troops back, right, that's another 30 million. So that would put us right around 180 million. Hey, if Carr gets tired of fighting in those 24-hour day, 7-day-a-week KVKs, and he wants to come to a KVK and just kind of chill and fight for a day or two every time a pass opens, and then, you know, chill until the next pass opens, he knows who to talk to. And I mean, that's the biggest thing with C&D kingdoms, right? Is you know, you fight in a kingdom like 1960, 2049, 2429. You can pretty much log on anytime, any day, and there are fights going on somewhere. Which is nice, but it can also be both physically and mentally draining. I mean, I don't let anyone pilot my account. Nobody, well, Kat, I think may still have access to my account if the worst case scenario happens. But, you know, she's supposed to call me if anything crazy and I'm needed online before she logs onto my account. But yeah, I mean, I do all the work myself, and that means and I like to set the example for others, right? If others are online fighting, I want to be there too. Now that means you still got to get sleep, but you know, when there's fighting taking place, I'll sleep, you know, 4 hours at a time, then nap for 2 hours, then sleep 4 more hours later in the night, and so on and so forth. Whereas if I'm in a big kingdom and there's fighting going on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, I would kind of feel obligated to be there. You know, especially if I'm getting MGE spots in a bigger kingdom. I doubt I would ever get an MGE spot in 1960, but you know, in 1029, I consistently get MGE spots when I need them. You know, and I feel obligated to be here when there's fighting because of that. Yeah, you'd be welcome with open arms, Car. And generally, new migrants coming to the kingdom have to wait an entire KVK before they get MGE spots. But for the right players, you know, if they're rally, if they're garrison, if they got top tier equipment, leveled up equipment, we do make exceptions from time to time. Let's see if there's anything going on anywhere that we can watch. Any altars or anything? Yeah, Sasha does have a tendency to run at the mouth from time to time. Appo's here. What's going on, my friend? I mean, I wasn't going to stream tonight because I was kind of depressed about having to make a choice between the Wheel or Zenith, but Appo wasn't streaming, so I figured you gotta stream. If Appo's not streaming, you gotta stream. And I'm not competing against him for viewers, right? DVL. What's DVL? That's an alliance? Devil? Weren't they in semifinals here or real close to it? But yeah, I think the decision's been made, right? I would love to get some Gonzalo sculptures, don't get me wrong. But the fact that we have no equipment for engineering yet, I don't even have a second engineering commander close to expertise. That's, yeah, my mind's made up. And are these guys allies fighting? I mean, we see blue, and generally the yellow is allies, right? Say no to Siege Max all archers. I mean, votes are interactions, right? Let's put up another fun vote here. There we go. This poll is specifically for Apocalypse Gaming. What's up, Mr. Siege? I knew Apple would love this poll. I mean, I would like to get one engineering march just to kind of play around with it here and there. Sometimes you get bored in KVK. I mean, there are KVKs where it would be nice to have something a little different. And well, the engineers kick ass at 5515 and Epic Gear. So here, if Mr. Siege is still out there, maybe he can confirm what I need to start running a engineering march, right? We have got, the plan is to use Margaret Gonzalo. We have got Margaret at 5432, but I can redo those skills. We got a ton of skill resets. And then we get Gonzalo at 5514. So I'm not looking to invest any gold universals in them. I have no gear at this time. In fact, today we're still running some purple gear on our 3rd Cavalry March. Today we made the chest piece, and I need to do the weapon yet. So that and getting my last piece of archer gear up to level 5 is my priority before engineering commanders even. So people in chat were saying more than gems will come after the 7K gem event, which is this weekend, right? Minimum 5511, but 5515 is much preferred. All right, appreciate that. So we could potentially start playing with them now. I mean, after redoing some skills on them, right? But I wouldn't have any equipment on them. I guess I could use the leadership set, but 7K event, is it reset? Is it? May very well be. I have them both at 5533 and just fought in the altar. We were defending, and they got twice the trades of my best field marches. Nice. Nice. Oh, no, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no. We're not going for it. Just, I don't have a lot of animal bones, to be honest with you. Thoughts on the poll at Apocalypse Gaming? Love you, Apple. Yeah, I'm running out of gold. Less than 12 billion. Cheeseburger, I hear you jumped Chronico when he was dueling yesterday. I mean, seriously, bro. This is not my fighting here. But yeah, our fighting in I mean, we got one more zone to go into yet. Get a couple high rounds. Apple says, I am the only one who voted for the last option. What's up, Mr. George? I have no idea what's going on in this KVK. It was just KVK with some fighting going on. So we figured, I mean, it's more fun to watch this than it is to watch me farm gems, right? So just kind of chilling, hanging out, talking. So yeah, for those that didn't know, Soup Gaming, or now known as Cheeseburger Soup, is in one of our enemy camps. We fought that camp twice yet. Twice already. Yeah, 3 times if you count their failed attempt to get back into the zone and get that El Cid Bastion. $52 minutes in the 7K. Oh, you see. Oh, nice. Nice car. See who you get in matchups, huh? I'm sure Facebook will be on fire for the rest of the evening then, with every Tom, Dick, and Harry making predictions. You know, everyone on Facebook is an expert at this game, right? Every single one of them. If you're not following the advice that you see on the Facebook page, you're might as well quit the game now. I farmed 5511 with no equipment, T4 versus T5, and traded 3-1 positive. Try with no equipment if you don't want to make any. Yeah, well, maybe we'll have some fun. I don't know how much I'll be able to fight in the next zone if I'm spending every single speed up I got for Zenith, but we'll see. So yeah, I mean, if you're gonna dual Chronicle, maybe, and it's one march at a time, maybe do it in the Spring of Ra area. Oh, exactly, Car. Yes. Between there's lots of good, knowledgeable people that watch Chisgul as well, but there's a lot of fanboys there who tend to know best. Big KVK unfolds at reset 93, 960, 1180. Yep, Car's in 960. He's waiting for that matchup very anxiously. It's just funny. I'll be streaming our KVK fights, and I'll have people, oh, your marches are yellow, you need to recall them. I'm like, nah, I'd rather sad face them. You're doing it wrong. That's not how Chisgul plays. You know, no offense to Chisgul, he can't control his viewers, but it's like, come on, man. Come on, man. What's up, Mad Mania? What's this Facebook you speak of? The Rise of Kingdoms Facebook group. I look at it daily when I'm taking a shit just to get a good laugh. Appropriate too, because most of the stuff you see on there is shit. It was in the Spring of Ra and Soup still came out? Oh my goodness. Soup, starting to wonder about you, my friend. Starting to wonder about you. I've only just realized you're not actually fighting. No, no, we're spectating a KVK, watching some fighting. No, my fighting is pretty much over. We'll give a brief rundown of our King of the Nile. This first zone here, and we'll put up a map so we can see the kingdom numbers. Apocalypse, thank you for renewing your membership, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, not renewing, but 10 months in the Touchdown Club. This first zone here, we built in, we burned their high round in this zone, and then we kind of cut our territory to save crystal cost. They wanted to build back in and touch the El Cid Bastion. They're all pissed at me because I'm the one that told them no, even though it was a decision made between the allies in our camp. You know, they felt if we let them come back in and touch the El Cid Bastion, they could get more crystals, which would then give them better tech fighting our allies in subsequent zones. And I get that. They didn't like my answer no, so they've been trashing me everywhere they can. Several have. Soup is not, so, you know, kudos for that. But they did end up building back in here during our downtime and touching the El Cid, but we burned them out again in 6 hours. The next zone we went into was through this Pass 8. We were fighting the Red Kingdoms in the upper right-hand corner of that KVK map. And they fucked up their Pass 8. Right? We were swarming, they were swarming. They must have had a player swarming it who was not in one of the alliances that was actually bordering the pass. So they got the pass, but the pass was white. So they were not able to get through the pass until they sorted that out. Meaning the coalition, or the kingdom that took it, that wasn't touching it, had to leave the coalition. Somebody else that was in the coalition and touching it had to tap the pass. And then that other kingdom rejoined the coalition. So it took them about 5 minutes to sort that out. In the meantime, we had 4 or 5 higher power players teleport cities right around this area. And our big murder ball had marched over from Pass 8 over to this area. So they had built 2 flags. We cleared them off those flags. They got 2 or 3 teleports in, and we were blocking all the teleport spots. So they had no place to teleport in. Our players that had random ported in here were blocking the people from even getting through the gate. So this zone was literally over within 15 minutes of it starting. We had a lot of players on Discord that were complaining and crying and whining, and they wanted fights, and I get that. So we cleared off our people that were blocking the teleport spots. We let them build in this zone. Then they got up to about here when our territory met theirs, and I think 6 hours, 8 hours, we pushed them back. So people got the fights that they wanted. Well, not really, because it was a lot more cheeseburgering than actual fights, but you know, they got some fights there. And then the next zone we went into was really no contest. Soup's Kingdom, and you can still see remnants of all their flags in here. They literally had this entire zone carpeted with flags. So it took us a while to burn from this Pass 9 and block them off at Pass 10. And get to these sanctuaries as well. Our allies came in through this pass and cut them over here to help us get all the territory to go gray. But Kingsland, there was no fighting of the enemy. None whatsoever. We had all enemy camps blocked from even getting into Kingsland. So, you know, my hat's off to our allies who did a fantastic job. Some got fights, some didn't get fights. At the end of the day, we spun the wheel to see who would get the zig at the end. We were not going to go based on stats alone, for the simple fact that some of our allies just did not get fights whatsoever. So that's not their fault, and I don't want to hold that against them. You know, if we went based on stats alone, I think our camp would have got the zig at the end. But in the beginning, I myself said we didn't want to go by stats alone. Because in a prior KVK that we were in, the enemy didn't fight us at all. So I know that feeling of helplessness for 50 days when all you want to do is fight, but the enemy doesn't fight. It's not something that you as a kingdom can control. So it is what it is. Our last two KVKs down, we have, this KVK, we spun the wheel. The last KVK, our allies wanted the star. They wanted to fight for it in the end, and we did it. A lot of the players were like, yeah, let's go ahead and fight for it, but I had to work that day, so I'm like, if you all want to fight for the star at the end, go ahead, but half of 1029 isn't going to be there. I think I was down like 50, 60 million power just from fighting our enemies. So I'm not going to, absolutely ruin my account fighting allies. So at the end of the day, they got the star in the last KVK. It'd be nice to get our 5th star, get that moon, but the more pressing issue is the Autric rewards. We got a lot of people that deserve Autric rewards. I've gotten 3 myself in KVK, so I'm sitting out this one. Somebody else can have my Autric reward. I feel like I've got good marches already. And if it will benefit another player that's a rally lead or a garrison captain, absolutely, I'm happy to give it to them. Yeah, and all the allies were kind of talking together, and we're like, well, do we want to go into these zones and just burn these sanctuaries and maybe let them get through past 10 so that we have a little bit of a fight in Kingsland? But at the end of the day, I think we all decided really it's not going to be much of a fight in Kingsland at all. So we just said, fuck it. And I mean, the sad thing is, right, I think, what was it, Soup, 1219 had a civil war in the middle of KVK where some of the whales in that kingdom went back, and this is what Soup was telling me, some of the whales in that kingdom went back to home kingdom and took control of the Lost Temple, and so, it is what it is. I think... I don't mind the Nile map. It's not a bad map, right? I just think it's got that a lot of kingdoms go into it with the mentality that, hey, this is a farming KVK. And it doesn't have to be a farming KVK if you have kingdoms that want to fight. There was another group of 9 kingdoms that we were hoping to fight against. But we didn't get matched up with them, and they got matched up with 9 other kingdoms that are also doing recovery KVKs. So, who knows? Who knows? I think at the end of the day, Lilith kind of needs to look at matchmaking and I mean, not necessarily allow kingdoms to pair up against each other, but, maybe you could suggest it. Okay, like there's a blacklist. You can go in and blacklist a kingdom who they're going to try not to put in your camp. Maybe you do similar things. So we'd like to fight, these 3 or 4 kingdoms if they're in the same KVK format as us. But there's always that human element involved, right? But if you do something in matchmaking to allow kingdoms to choose an opponent, there are always kingdoms that are going to go out there and choose the weakest opponent that they can just to get a KVK win. Or kingdoms that make deals with each other, right? Oh, Kingdom 1, 2, 3 and Kingdom 4, 5, 6. Let's make a deal. Let's play KVK, and this KVK, you give the Zig to us at the end. The next KVK, we'll give the Zig to you at the end. And I mean, there's always selfish people out there, and at the end of the day, the players in 1029 want to fight. We don't really care that much about... A win is nice, right? Don't get me wrong. But we just want to fight. And the next KVK we go into, no disrespect to whoever we ally with, but we would like to ally with the weakest camp in the kingdom or in the KVK, just so we get fights. I know several of our R4s have even suggested doing a 1 versus all, which I think would be absolutely insanely stupid, but you know, if that's what they vote for and they want fights and that's all that they care about, I'll be there. Is this a Strife of the Eight? I think it is, just because of all the kingdoms on this list over here. Yeah, that was our last KVK master, the first zone we fought in, and you know, we're hyper aggressive in our fights, right? We are hyper aggressive. Even in that first zone, we swarm absolutely everything. You know, we like to dominate our opponents whenever it's possible. But the last KVK we're in, they gave up after the first zone. They said, we're done, we don't want to fight anymore. But can we have this, and this, and can we free farm, and can we do this, and can we do that? And it's like, you know, not to be a dick, but yeah, you gave up way too early, so we're not going to concede anything to you. And they ended up fighting us in later zones then. And finally, we did make an agreement more towards the end of KVK where they could free farm, but yeah, there is a mechanism for that. You can blacklist one kingdom. One. And Lilith will make every effort not to place that kingdom in a camp with you. Dracul says, I'm good with it. No, we're only skipping once. We're only skipping one. If we skip more than one offering, people will leave this kingdom. You know, a lot of people came here because our vision is to do a KVK, skip a KVK. Do a KVK, skip a pop-up. Do it, you know, so on and so forth. I mean, kingdoms that max skip these days are going to put themselves at a huge disadvantage with the number of KVK armaments, KVK helmets, KVK weapons, whatever, that you can get in these KVKs. So start farming your ass off, Dracul. I mean, you've got those 30 million and 40 million farms that Hubs didn't want to let you bring to the kingdom anyway. So start farming your ass off. Put those sons of bitches to work. Someone is swarming with Justin Ethel? Seriously? I didn't see that. But I'm watching chat more than I am the game. Come on, new meta. New meta, right? See, I mean, perfect example here, right? You're going to take this yellow team, whoever they are, you're going to take just as many deads if you have to rally this time and time and time again as you are if you just swarm the fucking thing down in the first place. Chronicle. I mean, every KVK we go into, like this KVK that we were in now, right? You know, we will swarm down flags in that first zone before our tech is even maxed. And one of our allied kingdoms in the same camp as us, in the same starting zone as us, you know, I was talking to one of the co-kings there, two brothers, talking to one of the guys on Discord, and he's like, yeah, bro, When you guys started swarming everything, our players are going, what the fuck are they doing? But they saw how effective it is, and they're like, okay, this looks like fun. And then there were flag after flag after flag that they were the ones swarming it. I mean, we would put markers up, 533 no AOE, or 1029 no AOE if they were doing the rally. And we would just kind of flip flop, and their kingdom would swarm, and then our kingdom would swarm, and then and it was freaking awesome. When you can get another kingdom in the same camp, in the same starting zone as you, to get on board with that philosophy and have fun with it and enjoy it, man, it's a beautiful thing to watch. Hubs, 20 billion of each, dead weight resources. See, here's the problem, Sasha. Hubs has been on vacation a lot of this KVK. He had a wedding to go to, and now he's on vacation and on some beach somewhere, right? So a lot of the diplomacy, a lot of the map planning, Captain Stinkfuss and I took care of. So next KVK, I still need Hubs here to do the diplomacy, to do the map building and the map planning, right? So if we zero him, he's not going to be here for that. And I would say, okay, let Sasha do the diplomacy. But after seeing you get banned in Lost Kingdom chat this KVK, that's not an option. I know you're kidding. I know you're kidding. I don't care about the stats, to be honest with you, Dracul, but it's how we have fun. You should be able to loot your own kingdom while in KVK. Yeah, I mean, we've got, I wouldn't call them rogue players, but we've got a few undesirables still in the kingdom. And they will go into the KVK map, and they will join one of our the other kingdoms in the camp, and take advantage of that. But we just as soon as we get back to home kingdom, we put out the notice, find these players, and we give a list of players in our Discord, and when we find those players, we banish them to the banishment zone, and we just zero them. So the fact that there's a few undesirables that come into KVK and farm the entire KVK, hey, that's fine with me. It's just more resources for me when we get back to the home kingdom. 45 is about to enter zone 6 from the lower right. So this is zone 4. This is zone 5. Zone 6 is what? Kingsland? Yeah, if Sasha was doing diplomacy, it would for sure be a one versus all. Oh yeah, so this is 45 here. Okay, so they're trying to get through this pass. Understand though, aren't these guys allies? Bro, I got banned for 3 days for saying that I bought my account. So more than likely, Lilith didn't even review those comments, and it was just that X number of people reported you from Lost Kingdom chat. If they have enough people report the same person, the same message that's in Lost Kingdom chat, they will automatically slap a ban on you until somebody can review it. You know, it's the same thing with Call of Duty, right? If you have 20, 30 people report a player for cheating in Call of Duty, you know, they're going to put a shadow ban on you until they investigate. So, yeah, I don't think Lilith banned you. I think it was players just reporting you over and over and over again because you pissed them off. Yeah, I mean the Shrine of Ra fights. You know, there was an entire Shrine of Ra fight where they did nothing but give us shit. You know, I think they were pissed off because I was dropping a king skill every single time we attacked their ball. They were making fun of us for that. And it's like, well, if there's fights, I'm going to give my kingdom absolutely every advantage that I can, and if that means I'm spending 500 gems to drop a king skill, I'm gonna do it. You know, don't get pissed at me because your kingdom is unwilling to do the same thing. I mean, I'm just speculating here, P-Man, that he got auto banned because we've got jerks in. Where's Kingdom Chat, right? I mean, this guy, every single day he's posting this. Every single day I report him. I mean, I sent this to customer service once and they didn't do anything about it. I sent it to VIP support once and they banned him for a week. Give all your free-to-plays a Mountain Warfare. Now our KVK is over. I mean, there was one person in Lost Kingdom chat one night that was saying, oh, and they sent an email out too in one of the kingdoms saying, oh, you know, don't worry, 1029 max skipped KVKs so that they had a KVK win to live stream. Untrue. We skipped one KVK before we came into this one. We had one person in Lost Kingdom chat saying, oh, the only reason he can fight so hard is because he gets free shit from Lilith. He's a content creator. Okay, I'm a content creator with 3,180 subscribers. Lilith ain't gonna give me nothing for free. Lilith doesn't give anyone anything for free anymore in-game. There are content creators who get paid by Lilith, but how they spend that money is up to them. One person talking about, 1029 got an easy matchup because they have a content creator in their kingdom. Just bullshit and stupid stuff like that. You know, and I know we joke with Apocalypse Gaming, right? Because he'll get a phone call in the middle of KVK or something, and he's talking on the phone with Lilith. He's getting more gems from Lilith, but it's all fun and games. It's not real. I do not believe Lilith is out there giving content creators free stuff. It would just be another Legend Roni scandal, but that was years and years ago. But unfortunately, that tarnished Tarnished a lot of things for a lot of people. ZL Herman is quite good. Quite good. That was easily my best March this KVK. Best one today. I get all my bundles at 50% off? Since when? Was that today in Lost Kingdom chat? Are you serious? I wish. Is that a program I can get in? All bundles for 50% off? I mean, I know there are people out there who have told me just use a VPN and log in Brazil or log in I forget what the other country was. And your bundles are cheaper, but I'm not willing to do that. I have invested way too much time in this account to do something stupid like that. I consider it stupid and potentially get banned. I think Apo and I are going to do Arc again this weekend, if I remember. 1029 always gets easy matchups. Yeah, that's because we've lost. Yeah. Yep, they're always easy matchups. Always. We are in as an alliance. We don't have home buffs. I don't understand that. Oh, here we go, right here. Content creators get bundles half off. Content creators get bundles half off. No, I do not. Not even close. Not even close. If I got bundles half off, I would not be sitting here wondering if I should or should not go for Zenith. So let me expose that player right now, right? Because that pisses me off. Spreading lies and bullshit like that. Hello, my friend. I have a few questions if you're available. I'd like to have a conversation. Are you accepting new players? Said contact Captain Stinkfus or Mad Mania about migration. They handle migration duties. You're king, though. I'm asking, but okay. Thanks. So the same player who is spreading lies, saying we get bundles for half off, approached us about migrating to the kingdom. Yeah, fuck that. Sorry, Shadow Slayer, if you're watching, but fuck that. What's up, Ape? Now, that would be a huge freaking scandal if content creators got bundles at half off. It is 100% not true. So nice. They took out the building flag and they burned this flag here. I don't know if 45 is going to get into Zone 6 now. Apo, don't you wish your bundles were half off? I mean, seriously, maybe we should suggest that, right? Content creators get bundles for half off. Time to be, yeah, everybody would be a content creator then, right? And let's be real, I'm not a content creator, I'm a live streamer. I don't create a whole ton of content. When was the last video, actual video I even did? So the last actual video that I even published was on January 23rd. The one before that was on September 17th. Right? So in 8 months, I've actually put out 2 videos. Yeah, I'm a live streamer. I'm not a content creator. Appreciate that, Russ. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my favorite creators to watch are Apo, just because he's so full of energy all the time. And when he gets pissed off, it's hilarious. And then Redline. I wish Redline was still streaming. I really do. He's a man among men. That still falls under content creation? Okay. You content creators, I don't publish content. I do not like editing videos, period. It is time consuming and it is tedious. I would rather take a nap than edit videos. Yeah, I'm sure once you really learn how to do it and understand how to do it, yeah, it's much easier, but I don't enjoy it. I've got all the software, I've got all the gadgets to do it. I've tried to talk my son into learning how to edit videos for me, but he's too busy playing Halo. I'm editing as I listen to you. Right? And you're just doing shorts. I mean, I get it. I would probably have 5,000-6,000 subscribers if I put out edited videos and did shorts and did TikTok and did all that stuff. But I have fun doing what I'm doing, so we're just going to keep doing it. Redline streams were terrible. Well, I mean, I enjoyed watching Redline for the fights, right? Because he, fights just like I do. Sends march after march after march out. Sad faces them and they come home. There are so many people in his streams oftentimes that he can't get to every single person who is chatting. Yeah, I mean, I don't make a ton of money from this. I'll be honest. It's anywhere from $200 to $900 a month, depending upon the month. And very little of that is ad revenue. It's all from generous people like you all who are buying memberships or gifting memberships or doing super chats. Very little of that. I don't even tend to run ads during my live streams. I can click a button and throw an ad right in there. but I choose not to because the ad revenue is so tiny. How do I get to the merch site for you guys? So in the description here, there's a merch link that takes you right to it. Or there you go. Yeah, I mean, there was one point where I was a member of probably 20 or 30 different YouTube channels. That was just way too much. Way too much. So in December, right 2 days before Christmas, I was told my position was being eliminated at the company I work for. So at that point in time, I went through and I unclicked memberships on all those channels. I got another job within the same organization, a lateral move, so my rate of pay didn't change. But since then, really, the only channels I have memberships on, other than gifted memberships, are Apocalypse Gaming and Redline. And I know Redline doesn't stream, but he's a new dad. He needs that money. Diapers are expensive, y'all. What do I do for work? So I am a business analyst. That's my technical title. I work for a software company that makes enrollment, billing, and claims software for the health insurance industry here in the States, mainly in the Medicare market. So we provide various services to clients, whether it's just software services or whether it's full-on, operational processing, compliance services. And I have 6 clients that I work with that they come to me and they say, hey, we want to see this, this, and this in the program. And appreciate you, Apple. Let's give a huge shout out to Apple there. So I have 6 clients that I work with directly. And they come to me and they say, we want to see this, this, and this in the software. And I will write up the business requirements and submit those to the technical and the IT teams, who will come back and say, okay, this is what we can do. This is the price it would cost. If it's an upgrade that all the clients could benefit from, then the client that's asking for it's not going to get charged for it. But if it's an upgrade specific to that client and their instance of the software, then it's called a change request, and the client would have to get charged for it, because it would mean that they would have custom programming that's not out of the box, and that requires significant time and effort from the IT folks. No, I don't do any coding. Hell no. Hell no. I take the business requirements, I write the business requirements, and I send them to the technical teams. And then the technical teams come back with an estimate, which I present to the client. The client either says yes, go ahead, or no, don't. If they want the software changed and they say yes, go ahead, and they're willing to pay for it, then I will work with the technical teams on the testing. I will work with the testing teams to ensure that the results from the code changes are working as anticipated, and help with regression testing to ensure that, updating XYZ in the program doesn't break ABC. What's up, Aladdin? I'm a DevOps engineer too. Nice. Carbon capture mineral buying. So the best thing about my job is I get to work from home, but that can also be the worst thing about my job. Right? And I generally start at 4 or 5 a.m. because that first 3 hours of the morning is my quiet time. That's when I get my own work done. Before the emails start flying, before meetings start, before the instant messages start coming through. That 3 hour block is valuable to me every morning, because that's when I get my own work done. But working from home, it's great, right? I mean, I can have my tablet up in front of me while I'm working, and I can send farmers out all day long. If we're babysitting burning flags, or if I'm working and they need someone to rally or garrison captain a flag, I can do that, right? But it also sucks, because a lot of people then think, oh, he works from home, I can pick up the phone, I can call him anytime, day or night, and he'll jump online and do it. He'll jump online and do something. In addition, you got family, you got friends, you got neighbors that know you're working from home, so they'll just fucking stop by at random times of the day. I mean, my brother-in-law lives through the backyard in the house right next door to us. And there have been days I'm sitting in my office on a conference call, and I hear a knock, knock, knock on my office window. And he'll want to come in and he'll want to talk for 15, 20 minutes. I'm like, dude, I'm working. I might be at home, but I'm working. And then you're basically on call every weekend. Which, maybe 2 or 3 weekends a year I'll get a phone call. Something urgent that needs to be addressed immediately. So it's not that bad, but at the same time, you work a 9 to 5, 2 to 10 factory job. You punch the clock in, you punch the clock out, you're done with work. You can forget about it. My gaming PC, if I literally turn my chair 90 degrees clockwise and move it then to the right about 3 feet, I'm in front of my work PC. I just miss the interaction with peers. I don't know. The first year I worked from home, it was rough. It was rough because I missed that. And there would be days that my wife would get home from work, and then I'd get done with work, and I'd be like, okay, what do we need at the grocery store? I just need to get the fuck out of the house. But now, it doesn't bother me one bit. And I think a lot of that has to do with COVID, because people seem to have got stupider during COVID. There is so many fucking snowflakes out there these days. It drives me nuts when I get into big crowds and there are people just talking stupid shit. And it's nice to get on a conference call when you work from home, because you can multitask. Whereas when I was in the office, we're like, okay, we're having a conference call. Let's all go into this conference room. And it's like, okay, you go into a conference room for an hour. You come back to your desk. You have all these written notes that you have to type up. Plus, you get, 30, 40 emails in that hour that you're gone. So you're always playing catch up. Whereas, working from home, you can kind of multitask if it's a meeting you really don't have to pay attention to. Yeah, the older I get, the more stupid people there are in this world. I would agree with that, Justin. A lot of people these days are. I mean, it's just even in a small town of 60,000, right? I mean, you get these idiots that are on the side of the road doing stupid shit just for their fucking TikTok channel. It's like I don't get you. Why? You want 15 minutes of fame on TikTok? So you're on the road, on the side of the road, dancing on top of your fucking car while somebody else films you. Makes no sense to me. None whatsoever. I haven't traveled in a while. The last time I traveled, well, we used to have an office in Detroit. That office has closed since the company was taken over by another company. We used to have I used to go to Boston and Detroit at least once a year, but I haven't anymore. I mean, the sad thing is, right? I mean, there was a girl that I worked with, and it's a salary job. So you work until the work is done, basically. For me, that's about 45 to 50 hours a week. There are some days where I'll put in a 14-hour day. There are other days, if I put in a 14-hour day yesterday, the next day, maybe if I don't have meetings in the afternoon, I'll cut out after 6 or 7 hours, right? There are people that just don't understand how to manage their time wisely. So, I mean, there was a girl that quit recently because she was told, this is the work that you have told 2 weeks ahead of time. This is the work that you have to get done by, XYZ date. And she wasn't getting it done, and the hours she was logging were 8 hours a day. And when she was approached by her manager basically said, well, you're salaried. If the work you have is too overwhelming to complete in a normal work day, then we can have that conversation. But this is work that everybody else is doing in a 9-hour work day, and you're leaving it after 8 hours. So you either meet this deadline, or we'll figure out a different position for you. And it was just too stressful for her to be given deadlines to complete work by. And it wasn't fair that she might have to put in a 10 or 11 hour day to complete work by a specific deadline, And it's like, come on, get fucking real. Some days you work longer, some days you work less, but my bosses know that if they give me a deadline, I will do whatever it takes to meet that deadline. I don't miss frickin' deadlines, period. So they're very flexible with me. If I got to cut out early on one day because I got a doctor's appointment, as long as I let them know, they let me do that. Because they know I'm getting my work done on a daily basis. And it takes time to establish that type of rapport and that type of relationship with your bosses. But, some of these people, they want to come into a salaried position with deadlines and with projects, and they want to put in a straight 9 to 5. It's just ridiculous. 1093 match found? Oh yeah, give me the details. George Carlin was awesome. What do we got? Matchmaking. 1093 match found. Let's hope we can restart the game today. 960 match found. What's up, AG? Titch, good to see ya. So Gonzalo is not on the wheel. I was told by customer service that if I wanted Gonzalo, I would need to spin for another commander and then contact them, and they would flip those sculptures over to Gonzalo. 1960 and 2489 are in the same camp? What the funny? 1818 and 1846 are in the same camp. Good God, man. Good God, man. Send me a screenshot somewhere, somebody, please. Ape's got it. Ape's got it. Open in browser. Move to new window. Let's check this out. So we've got 1093, domain number 1 in the fire camp. We've got 960 and 2489 in the earth camp. We've got 1818, 1846, 2142, and 3096 in the wind camp. 1802, 2101, 2387, 2685, and more in the water camp. 1532, 1558, 2269, 2631, and more in the Greenwood camp. $11.88, 2139, 2335, 3102 in the Daybreak camp. Wow. You can just email regular customer service, Titch. They said that on the Lilith Discord too. What the funny, man. That's crazy. 1093 in their own camp, and they have to face 1960 and 2489, along with 1818 and 1846. Wow. Wow. And what's with all these random kingdoms just thrown into these Greenwood and Greenwood and water camps? I don't know any of these. Not that they're bad kingdoms, they're not well known. Right versus left. So right versus left, you're given Fire, Daybreak, and Greenwood. Fire, Daybreak, and Greenwood. Just eyeballing it, that seems fair. $10.93 is in big trouble. I doubt that's confirmed already. But maybe this is why matchmaking was delayed for a week, right? But just to have 1960 and 2489 in the same camp, that's crazy. That's crazy stuff. Why are they putting two Imperiums in the same camp? I mean, you would think maybe, okay, pair an Imperium with a strong A kingdom. That's crazy. That's just insane. I mean, I hope it's a good, fun KVK. So based on these zones then, when is the first time 1093 would meet 1960 and 2049? Is that in this Oops, I don't know what I just did there. Would that be in this skinny zone here? That's the first time they would meet? It looks like they'd go into this zone, possibly fight Daybreak if Daybreak's not an ally. And then this zone next. Fight at the altar here. That would be a crazy altar fight. And then this skinny zone here might be the first one that they actually fight in before they get into Kingsland. Blackout is in Wind Camp. Yeah, that's going to be one to watch. That's going to be one to watch. I'm glad I'll be in off season and we can spectate that. All right, we got 2 yesterday. We need 4. We need 4 Suleimans to upgrade to the next level. Can we get 4 today, please, Lilith? Please. 4. Bingo. Exactly. Where are you, dude? There we go. Exactly 160 Suleimans, and he is done. And then we can switch to Bertrand. What is this now? Okay. How's it going? We've got blueprints in stock. Come and take a look. So where do I get the hammers in? Of course. See, and can we get Margaret in this event? I think we can. This is one of the few that you can get her in, right? Whenever these events drop, it's very overwhelming, all these red dots. Does anyone know then? Does this go up to 1 gold chest or 3? And is there speed ups in there? Very few. I'm more concerned about speed ups at the moment than I am about blueprints. I've got blueprints, I just don't have materials. Did it say Christmas party event? Did it really? Oops. Christmas party. This event hasn't started yet. Merry Cakemas. So roll your salt. We got to start that right away, right? Yeah, I turned on the air conditioning for the first time this year. Today. Something like 87 degrees Fahrenheit. And it was just muggy and sticky. That was the main reason. There was a somewhat decent breeze that was blowing through the house, but it was just sticky and nasty and yucky and humid. So it took a good 6 hours, but the house is finally at a manageable point. Y'all haven't done so yet. Oops, I got the wrong city skin, but we'll use let's just do ZL Herman. What the hell? Why are they voting to reset? Are they on crack? Alright, let's change the city skin and then we'll do the Nevsky Joan. Hey, 3 hours of the free spin. What do we get? The half price spin. Okay, one babur. I'll take it. Where the hell is it? There we go. So I'm going to have to go through my equipment, see what equipment we actually need before I do anything with that Smithies event. Come on, dudes, ready up. What do we got? 5. $15, $25, is that it? $25? $30? 30 goldies in that event? Yeah, Sam, we took a look at that 1960 2489 in the same camp. Insane, man. Just insane. I think I would rather get this bundle, right, than this one. I mean, blueprints are not my issue. It's the freaking materials. So it's going to do me no real good to stack blueprints. We need some fluxes. We'll do that later. Ways to go there, but 7 days to get it done. So what do we got here? What didn't I do yet? Barbarians? Honestly, I like the hammer event. Because you can pick from whatever you need. Holy Knight's Treasure, the egg event, it only gives you a certain 1 or 2 different blueprints that you can pick from. You know, I think Holy Knight's Treasure is better for materials. But I think if you're going for blueprints, I think Archaeological Dig is the better choice. So I guess the next few days we will be doing Barbarians. Yeah, you get some mats from the hammer event from Archaeological Dig, but most of those are blues and a few epics, a few purples. Whereas most of the ones you get from Holy Knight's Treasure are purples and legendaries. So yeah, I mean, if you're going for blueprints, the way to go, in my opinion, and I'm not claiming to be the God of all gods, everything's written in stone. These are the 10 Commandments, right? But if you're going for blueprints, the dig is where it's at. If you're going for materials, then Holy Knight's Treasure is where it's at. Yeah, my problem is I don't have a lot of AP to burn. And I hate barb chaining. So we'll see. Generally, if you... Oh, where is the damn thing, right? Generally, if you max buy this bundle, it'll get you to level 20. Within a little bit. Depending on how lucky you get turning in the bamboo leaves, right? So we'll do that for sure. Actually, why don't we do that right now so you guys can see. In just a minute here. Wrong one. Alright, so let's see how far that gets us. You're going to be clicking here a while. And a lot of I see people who don't know this, but they'll sit here and they'll click each of these. If you just hold this down, it just auto sends. I'm thinking we'll get right around floor 20 or level 20. Oh, I missed it. Lambo getting all those half off bundles. Yeah, I wish. Depends on these crits now. Maybe 19, maybe not 20 this time. I think we should for sure hit floor 19. Yeah, they maybe they have a special server to run that KVK on. I don't know. We'll see. I was close, right? 19 and 3/4. Oh wait, because there's we're getting more bamboo leaves from these extra levels, right? Another 300 to go. Any news? News on what, Leo? So real close to level 22. And level 22, we'll get another 150 of these. So, yeah, I mean, we're almost done. And we have 30 hammers, right? So does it tell me in here how many blueprint zones? 0. So 25. These are 5 each, right? This one is value at 4, 60% off. $5 for 20. We'll definitely get 5 for 20. $3 for 9, 70% off. We gotta do that. That KVK Diplo, yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I think Apple said it best when he was here, right? Just do left to right. Just make it easy. Left side versus right side. I hope John Paul Jones is done with Duke. What else do we got? So it's a shame that Barbarian Day did not overlap this event, but it is what it is. I think they probably do that on purpose. So what is this? What is this? Okay, we'll take it. I must have had everything that was in those already. $67 gold keys. Come on, speed ups. I could care less about these commanders. 26 hours there. Okay, good. Ooh, purple materials. We'll take it. Leo says, nah, don't give me Greenwood. I busted over 1,000 nuts since reset. What do you mean, car? You need a computer from NASA to play that game? Well, I mean, the nice thing is they improved dot mode, right? I mean, you're still gonna get lag in dot mode in a KVK like that, I'm sure, but especially when the pass is open. Oh, there's another 200. Let's go do those 200 right now as well. Or it said it was 200, I thought. Well, there's 150 from that third level there. Look at that. Level 23 done. Greek family. This is how. Oh, it's gone now. The bundles, baby. Bundles, baby. See? Dragon Race bundle. Dragon Race bundle. Hey, time is money, right? And I do not want to grind that shit. Five, 5-3-2. So we got another level on Suleiman tonight. We got another level on Margaret tonight. It's been a good night. And y'all were making fun of me for having like 90 of these at the start of KVK. Okay, we're down to 6 now. Sure, I got 231 of these, but we're down to 6 now. Alright, we did Cerulean Assault. We popped our buffs here. Do we have... Yeah, we've got a little bit of AP, so let's do 5 Bastions. I mean, when there's fighting, I'm teleporting wherever I can to do whatever is needed. That plus the fact that whenever there's a Spring of Ra, right, I'm teleporting back here to do the Spring of Ra. Whenever there's a Font of Ra, I'm teleporting over here to do a Font of Ra. July 5th at 10:29 UTC. Okay, I should be awake by then. Port FTP and 1093 will uninstall the game. Gotta go. Awesome stream. Alright, have a good one, Dracul. Thank you. I think behind the scenes, yeah, it is possible. I mean, the game has been moving in a direction of 1.5 Alliance Kingdoms for a while now. And I think the fact that players are so loyal to 1093, and I understand why. They've got a great community, they've got great leadership, they've got great tactics in that kingdom. They're proven in KVK, they're proven in Osiris League. You know, so it stands to reason, and I understand why people wouldn't want to leave that kingdom. But I think we'll see. We'll see. Let's be like, you complain about no match found, take this KVK motherfuckers. Oh, man. Right, there was a gathering bastion in here, right? Just give me a food note, thank you. Oh, we got one more barbarian to do. Oops. We do not want to use Boudica because we want to get that. Get that Mina home, rally a fort. Or join a fort rally. I don't see any fort rallies up yet. What's the matchup? Did you really miss it? We will put it on the screen here for a hot second. Move to a new window. We'll let you stew on this for just a minute while I run to the bathroom really quick. So what do you say to that matchup, Scooby? Did the music stop? Okay, there it is. What's up, Bretsky? Good to see ya. Jeannie, good to see ya. I didn't put it up. What? It was up on the screen, right? I'm probably not gonna get the hammer bundle. If you need blueprints, that's a good way to get them. But I don't need blueprints. I need materials. Right? I mean, I've got blueprints up the ass. I just need materials. My priorities right now are getting this to level 5, critting this helmet, getting the helmet and the Hydra's Blast to level 2, And then I've got one more purple piece on my third cavalry march that I need to get a legendary piece for. So those are my three priorities right now. I mean, on my second infantry march, right? I've still got a blue infantry defense, but Guan is squishy. I'd prefer to have defense there than attack. On my third infantry march, I'm still running purples and blues, but this is mainly barb chaining at the moment. I didn't show it? Okay. Alright, I'm sorry. We'll get it up again. I thought I had that in the browser. Better yet, let's just save this image. What is this image here? Oh yeah, that's the new infantry commanders. Mayor McCheese and Sheriff Big Mac. So there we go. This is the KVK. $10.93 in the fire camp. Earth camp, we've got 1960 and 2489. So that's what we're looking at. Stitch, welcome, Stitch. I got my pilot's license, just saying. Okay, we got enough to take down level 14 Fort Nice. We can bring you home. We need to do a Kahar whistle. Oh, that's right. I made Stitch a command. Thanks, Car, for popping that. What's up, Cliff? Doing well. Doing well. We took Margaret up a level today. We took Suleiman up a level today. We are on level 23 for the 7K gem event already. We're not spinning on the wheel. We're saving our gems for Zenith. That's a very brief rundown of today's activities. I don't think Arvix is in 960 anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong, though, Car. Iron Dragonite, welcome. 2387. We can get rid of this 2268 map. We don't need that anymore. Okay, so you're our allies. Excellent. No, 2387, sorry. You're not in my KVK. Okay, so the KVK I have displayed at the top of the screen, that's not my KVK. Right, Arvix is an 89 now. He's not a 960 anymore. That's what I thought. He took his account and Leopard's with him. Oh boy. Oh boy, those are two big accounts. But I mean, I guess he put his time in, right? Yeah, everyone's talking about this KVK, so we've got that displayed at the top of the screen there. I'm in KVK right now. King of the Nile. Don't do King of the Nile. People told me, I didn't listen. Don't do King of the Nile. What is that red dot up here? Oh, I don't care about these frames. Get the red dot off of my screen, please. Thank you. Have a nice day. Please come again. Titan says it's a left versus right KVK. Has that been confirmed? I mean, it looks like, just eyeballing it, not looking at power, not looking at kill points, it looks like that would be fairly balanced, in my opinion. But oh yeah, you'll get spectated big time. Big time. That KVK will have lots of eyes on it. I mean, we've got 14 days left in my KVK here, so assuming yours goes through several more days, and then pre-KVK, and then, you know, the zone ones, you know, hopefully we'll be able to spectate that every opportunity we get. My kingdom in Wind has a conflict with the kingdom in Daybreak, so that would go right along with the left versus right. I don't know. That's going to be a fun KVK to watch. And how many Autrix does a winning camp get? Let's just say 240. So let's just say 1960, 2489. Get 240 Autrix between them. They split them 120, 120. I mean, there are players in those main alliances then that are not getting Autrix rewards. Yeah, that means it's their first domain, hum. Thank you for answering, Blackout. If we look, right, and we search KVK for 1093, oh, it doesn't show us the matchup yet. But once it does, you'll see 1093-1, 1093-2, 1093-3. So those are the separate domains. You can have, what is it, 799, 800 governors in a single KVK domain. So they split those bigger kingdoms up into 1, 2, 3, 4 domains, which I think it's fine for bigger kingdoms like that, but at the same time, being in a lower seed kingdom myself, I would absolutely hate to have a kingdom second, third, or fourth domain in the same camp with me. Because you know those are probably not strong accounts, or they're farm accounts. So you could basically take one kingdom and just cross them off the list in that KVK. And in the same respect, I would hate to fight against a camp that has a second, third, or fourth domain in it because of the same reason, right? I mean, we want good fights. We don't want to fight the rejects is not the word I'm looking for, but we don't want to fight the weaker accounts in a kingdom. You know, we don't want to fight farm accounts. So, you know, is the domain system good? I think if done properly, it probably could be. I think it's effective for those higher seed kingdoms, but it could potentially kill KVKs for lower seed kingdoms that are getting those second, third, and fourth domains in them. Either from an alliance perspective, an ally perspective in the same camp, or from a fighting perspective. I mean, some of these kingdoms are not going to get good KVKs with those domains in. And rejects is not the right word. Right? I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, I think you all understand what I'm trying to say here. What isn't, I don't care about you. What's in the newspaper today? Infantry defense, 1%. Okay. I hate this. This is just one more thing you got to do on a daily basis now. Oh, what? Okay, do I just get it? I don't care what I click on here. Okay, I got a percentage there. Whoop-de-frickin-do. Can I explain how kingdoms are placed into seeds? It's based on kingdom power. I honestly couldn't tell you if it's the top 300, if it's the top 500, if it's the top 800 anymore. You know, in my kingdom, we are a very small kingdom. We're a one alliance kingdom, basically, and we have, you know, maybe 63 main accounts and another 200 farm accounts here. I mean, every time I've asked support to explain the matchmaking system, I've gotten different answers. Fire, Daybreak, Wind versus Earth, Greenwood, Water should be the play. So fire, daybreak, and wind. Yeah, I mean, without seeing the power of those camps, it's really hard to say. I think from a map perspective, left versus right would probably be ideal. I think everyone wants to see 2489 and 1960 against 1093. Well, maybe everyone but 1093, right? Those are two super strong kingdoms for 1093 to face. Not that 1093 isn't strong. I mean, they have been around for a long, long time. My second or third KVK ever faced 1093, and it was no walk in the park. We got smashed. Titan says, I think 1093 is cooked. Yeah, if you want to send me something on my Discord, Leo, the link is in the description, or I'll put it in the chat here. In my kingdom, they're trying to turn into a One Alliance kingdom, making the top 300 players in last KVK join the top 3 alliances. Yeah, I mean, the way of 2-3 alliance kingdoms, that is in the past. I think we're seeing the writing on the wall. I mean, kingdoms these days, whether you're an A, B, C, or D seed, you really have to manage your kingdom wisely in order to get good matchups, because everybody else is. You know, and that means, you know, limiting the size on farm accounts. That means bringing in the right players. That means ensuring you're clearing dead weight after every KVK. I don't agree with what some kingdoms do, and that's to remove all armaments, remove all inscriptions, or remove all armaments. Inscriptions are on the armaments. Good morning, Lambo. Remove all armaments, remove all equipment, you know, remove all formations, double fill hospitals, and, you know, maybe not train troops in the off season and do all your training in pre-KVK just to get better matches. So that's kind of skirting the system, in my opinion. If you ask me, troops and hospitals should be counted in the power and matchmaking. Armaments, inscriptions, equipment, that should all be counted in the matchmaking rankings. You know, that's all potential power that a player has. You know, granted, a lot of players have armaments sitting in here, like I do, that are not even being used on commanders or formations. That would force them to, if they want to lower their power, maybe kill some of those armaments, right? Let's end the poll here. Poll on Apo. You're a D seed, okay, and you have a 3 alliance kingdom. Must be a newer kingdom. So let's put up a different graphic here. Thank you for sending. So is this is kill points? Is that right? Is that right, Leo? This is kill points? 3 trillion. 5.6 trillion. Good lord. 1, 2, we'll call that 3 trillion. 3.4 trillion kill points. 2, call it 3. 3.6 trillion kill points. Oof, yikes. These kingdoms here. 150 million? How are you in a KVK like this with 150 million kill points? Is that billion? I assume that's is that million or billion? I mean, shoot, my CC kingdom has 213 billion kill points. I was looking at these as billion, but if that's million, that's crazy low. And I get it, some of these are newer kingdoms, but... And I know 1188 is going to want to fight. You know 1818 and 1846 are going to want to fight, right? But these two These two camps on the bottom, if this is actually million, okay, those are billion. Okay, all right. All right, I'm freaking out here for a second, going, wait a second. All right, so 150 billion. Even so, 1532. We got more kill points than that. I don't know. 5.5 trillion in the Earth camp. So, as I understand it, and I can't find the post anymore, but as I understand it, matchmaking, it depends on the KVK. So, and don't quote me on this because I don't have anything facts in front of me, but I'll just, hypothetically, they might base Heroic Anthem matchmaking on power. They might base Strife of the 8 matchmaking on kill points for the primary thing that they look at, right? They might base King of the Nile on activity, As I understand it, somebody told this to Apple the other day, and I have the post somewhere. I tried to find it yesterday, but I couldn't. As I understand it, the different KVK formats give different priorities to either kill points, activity, or power. So and I would love to get a solid answer from Lilith as to how they do matchmaking and which different KVKs have that different priorities. I have been told, I don't know if there's any truth to it, I have been told that the number of stars, the number of KVK wins on somebody's banner also counts in matchmaking somewhere. So this looks like June 26th, these blue passes open. And July 9th, these purple passes open. So no, they pass 7. They should be able to touch each other in this zone. Right? I mean, if it is left versus right, the first fighting we're going to see is against Greenwood and... what is this? Greenwood and Water? That's going to be the only fighting we see if it is left versus right. Yeah, they should be fighting in this zone here. Are those two separate zones? San Pedro and Edmundo? Are those two separate zones? Yeah, those are two separate zones. They should be fighting in this zone right here, right before Kingsland. And in Kingsland, this map is so freaking small. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how diplomacy plays out. It's going to be interesting to see how that KVK plays out. Okay, Chronico can give titles for a few hours. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I know I'll be interested. I'll be watching. I'll be streaming it every chance I get. Damn right there. I think from a map perspective, hotspot, I think left versus right makes the most sense. From a kill point and power perspective, it may not. I mean, just imagine this though, right? And hypothetical, right? 1093, 1960, 2489 versus all. And then once they get into Kingsland, they fight each other for the Zig at the end. Just a thought, out of the box, unconventional.
All I ever wanted was you, but you left me
That might be interesting though.
beside these empty, broken walls, and I can't see it clearly, but it's all
I mean, the thing that 93 has going for it, right, is the number of players in that kingdom, the number of active main accounts in that kingdom, and just they're all on the same page. It is impressive to watch 1093 in a KVK. They all move together. There's no AFK marches left behind. Everybody who's there is online. They move together. They clear the field. They rally the flag. They fall back. Then they move on and they do the next flag. They fall back. They do the next flag. They fall back. Everything they do is calculated. You know, it's not a lot of, hey, let's just open field to open field and get kill points. Whereas a lot, and I'm not saying, well, there are players in a lot of kingdoms these days, and I'm not calling out specific kingdoms here, that their primary focus in KVK is to get their kill points, to get their deads. Right? I'm not saying any of these kingdoms are like that. 1960 is fantastic and overwhelming on the field at times. Against 1093, we saw their fatal flaw, though, numbers. 2489, same thing. You know, but out of all these kingdoms here, 1093 impresses me with the most with their teamwork and coordination when they have objectives to conquer. They don't open field just to open field. If you do that in 93, yeah, and that's how it should be. That's how it should be. I mean, it is something to watch, right? And you know, we do the same thing here, or we try to emulate that in a similar fashion, right? I mean, you burn a flag, you put a timer on the flag. When that timer gets to 5 minutes away, you kick off a rally. You throw a 20, 40, 50-minute anchor in the rally. So as soon as they clear that flag, you can move in, you can clear the field. Once the field's clear, you pop the anchor and you release that rally. Bring back the 1093 fanboy emoji for me. We'll have to do that. We'll have to do that. I will do that right now. How does that sound? Let's see, we gotta go to YouTube Studio. Memberships. Default levels, emojis. Which one do we get rid of? I think we've been torturing Mad Mania enough, so we'll replace his image out there. All right, we are saved. And this will piss off Carr too, right? We are saved. If you refresh the stream, you should see this emoji there now. Sorry, Carr. Yeah, I mean, a lot of kingdoms these days, you see them open fielding just to open field. Right? And I get it. Everyone wants to have fun. Everyone wants to fight. But what impresses me most about watching 1093 is the methodical way that they go about things. So it's going to be a good KVK to watch. no matter who wins, no matter who loses, these guys are going to put on a great show. They always do. And when I say these guys, that includes 1093, 1960, 2489, 1188. They're going to put on a good show, period. I mean, we've got another emoji out there that says "Got Osiris skins." That maybe we'll pop in there for you one of these days, Car. Those two kingdoms in the same camp, yeah, that's crazy good. Godliest camp in rock history. Well, actions speak louder than words, so we will see. This KVK will tell us at the end, right? But 4 a.m. does come quite early for me. We're going to see if anyone else out there is streaming. I think Lefty was on earlier. But I do not see anyone else currently streaming Rise of Kingdoms content. So it's been a while. I know he's not playing Rise of Kingdoms, but Jake's a good dude. We're going to redirect you over to Jake's stream. He is playing Dead by Daylight 5, 6, 3, 4. If you want to stick around and hang out with Jake, hey, by all means, feel free. At least head over there, give the man a like. He is doing content daily. It might not always be Rise of Kingdoms content, but he is doing it daily, and he's a good dude. That said, appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all hanging out with me tonight. We will be back. I'm probably going to take tomorrow off. We'll be back on Thursday. All right? So thank y'all. Y'all have a good night. Have fun with Jake. And we'll catch you on the next one.